Hey, Rennings. What's the city feeling like tonight?
It's feeling like it's getting dark, Frank, but somehow getting hotter at the same time.
It's the vibe, kid. You'll learn it with some more time on the streets. It took me years doing live reports before I got used to crazy summer nights like these.
Nights like these?
Yeah, summer nights, hot as blazes with a full moon blazing. Because you know what that means, don't you?
No, what does it mean? That the new deodorant my sister recommended sucks?
No, it means that all the ghouls are out tonight. It means it's going to be a hot and hairy night.
Well, Frank, I'm ready for it. You know that I'm serious about my career, and I'll follow the story wherever it takes me.
Yeah, well, don't follow it too far, Dana. We're Channel 7 local news in Cremont City, not the New York Times.
What do you mean? Things have been getting weird around here lately, don't you think? Crime has been up, shady characters moving in.
Crime has been up everywhere. We aren't anything special.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. You heard about that guy who was nearly abducted from Glass Hills Park last week, didn't you?
Of course I did, Dana. I produced the damn segment. We ran on it.
Well, that kid barely got away.
Did the police ever release that sketch of the guy?
Yeah, but it looks barely human.
They did? I must have missed that one.
Oh, gee, I guess you aren't as up on the news as you think you are.
Yeah, well, I'm retiring, so can you blame me for basically being checked out at this point?
Yeah, actually, I kind of can. You still need to do your job, Frank. You can't have senioritis as a professional.
Well, why not?
Because it's unprofessional? What kind of an example would you be setting for me?
All right, well, I guess you've got me there. So is that little camera boy of yours all ready for whatever the night may bring?
Yes, Alfonso is ready, as he always is. Now he is an utmost professional.
Yeah, well, that's not what I heard.
Oh yeah? And what did you hear?
Well, it's nothing I heard. It's what I witnessed firsthand. A month before you started here, the kid tripped coming out of the news vans and dropped a $10,000 camera.
What? Holy crap, was he okay?
Him? What about the camera?
Frank.
Yes, he was fine. He just twisted his ankle, the slob.
And how was the camera?
They fixed it, okay?
Well, I'm so happy to hear. God forbid something happened to an inanimate object over a human being.
Hey, hold on.
What is it?
Speaking of things happening to human beings, it looks like we've got another incident in a park.
What? Really? Which park? Where?
Wayne. But, this time it wasn't just an abduction.
What do you mean?
Dana, it was a murder. Well, Dana, what have you got for me?
Well, I've been talking to the police and...
Police? What police? Which one? A detective?
Yeah, a detective, I think. A homicide detective.
Which one? Johnson? Old guy with a mustache?
Yes, Detective Brad Johnson. He was the one who I spoke to.
Don't trust that cretin. You have to talk to Borsch. Is he on the scene?
He's the young one, right? Cute?
Cute? I don't know about cute, but yeah, the tall kid with the hair.
I talked to him too.
Wow, you're good.
Just because I talked to more than one detective at the scene?
Well, most reporters around here would just do their report and leave, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've noticed. I hope you don't think my entire generation is like that.
They aren't. Could have fooled me.
Thanks a lot.
Nah, I'm just kidding you. You're obviously the exception to the rule.
So, the victim was a 19-year-old Caucasian male found by a bench by Lakeside Pond.
Well, do you think it fits the MO of the Wayne Park killing?
It's hard to tell with only these few details, but something tells me they're related. The cops, I don't know, they just seem on edge, like nothing about this is routine.
Well, nothing about a potential series of murders in our little city would be routine, so do you have a good angle to go live? It's 10:15, that pond is near the road. There should be a pretty good crowd by our 11 o'clock time slot.
Oh, geez, Frank!
What?
You're a ghoul!
Well, if you aren't careful, it'll happen to you too. That's what 45 years in the news game will do to you. You take, if it bleeds, it leads to heart and then some.
So why did you stick around here so long, in this little city as you call it? Surely you could have been a producer in a bigger market.
Well, my family was here, you know, my mom and dad and stuff, sisters. We were all close, so why move away from them?
I don't know, new experiences, living your life, stuff like that.
No offense, Dana, but this is your third station and you're only 24.
Yeah, so that's the way it is in the industry nowadays.
Yeah, I know, and it's sad. You don't get an opportunity to put down any roots.
I will, when I'm ready.
No, I believe you. I just don't want you chasing down a career because, in the end, family is the most important thing.
Oh, well, thanks, Frank. I appreciate the grandfatherly advice.
Grandfatherly? I couldn't be your grandfather!
Actually, you kinda could.
Oh, well, crap.
I think we could do an excellent live shot with the pond in the background. That would go really well with the crowd forming over by the gate.
Oh, there's a crowd forming? Awesome.
Okay, easy there, Frank. Don't get too excited.
Is the camera monkey getting set up?
Yes, Alfonso is actually just ready for you to give the go-ahead. He comes prepared.
Oh, well, goody for Alfonso. Well, alright then. Get your notes together and start your prepping, news girl. We've got breaking news at 11 and it's starring you. Well, Dana, I have to say that was very well done, considering the pressure of the scene.
Really? Do you think so? The lighting wasn't too harsh, was it?
All things considered, no. You were poised, serious, but not off-putting. How did it look on your end?
Well, fine, except for the crowd.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there was a crowd right behind Alfonso, a big one, and it really felt like I had an audience or something.
Well, I didn't notice any performance anxiety, if that's what you're worried about.
No, it wasn't that. There was this weird guy near the front of the pack.
Oh yeah? Scenes like that attract a lot of weirdos. Sickies who hear about it on their police radios and head down in their creepy vans.
Yeah, I've seen those people, but this guy, I don't know. There was something just so strange about him.
Strange how?
Well, he was wearing a full suit, for one.
You say a suit? At night? And a hot night like this, no less?
Yeah, that's why he stuck out so much. But the thing about him is, everyone else looked concerned or, at worst, curious, but him, he was smiling.
Smiling?
Yeah, a really creepy smile, and right at me.
Well, he was probably just some pervert or something.
I don't know, that's what Alfonso said at first, but then we saw his station wagon.
Station wagon?
Yeah, he got into a blue station wagon.
Which is what the boy from the Glass Hills attempted kidnapping said he saw. We'll go tell the detectives! Tell the cute one!
We did! They didn't care!
What? Neither of them did?
They said that was Hollis Sneed, and he comes to every major crime scene.
Sneed? Where have I heard that name?
I asked. They said he lives alone up on Grandview Hill in a house that belonged to his parents.
Wait a minute. Sneed. Charles Sneed? That's his father?
I don't know. Who's Charles Sneed?
He was a land developer around here way back. He's basically the reason why Cremont City looks the way it does today.
And Hollis is his son?
Yep, his only son. Some bad investments forced the company to close, and he was largely forgotten. It's a shame, really. He did some great things, but marrying that crazy lady and having a kid with her was not one of them, sadly. After he died, that beautiful house he built went to seed under the care of his son and wife. When she died, it went to the kid.
Hollis?
Yep, that's the creep. He must be in his late 50s by now.
Yeah, I guess so, and that sounds like him.
They all say he's harmless, but I don't know. There's something about him that's just off. But the cops don't pay him any mind because of his dad, I guess. He's just one of these guys every city has.
So, are you saying it's a good thing that we're following him?
Wait, what?
Well, I asked Alfonso, and he said he felt the same way about him, so let's go for it.
But where are you following him? He's probably just going to go home.
He's already returned to the scene of the crime once, right? Maybe he'll return again. Hey, Dana, how's it going out there? Pretty hot tonight, huh? Hey, Stacy, what's up? Oh, just getting the finishing touches on my makeup done. You know how it is, sitting in the anchor chair. Well, actually, I don't know. I've never been in it. Oh, that's right. Sorry, I forgot. You're just, what does Frank call it?
A beat reporter?
That's right! I love the phrase. Well, anyway, we're kind of in the middle of a story right now, so... We? Who's we? Me and Alfonso. Oh, that camera guy? I hear he's pretty good. Yeah, he's not bad. So, listen, Stacy, how can I help you? Well, I just wanted to know some more about that story you were doing before the last break. Have you heard anything else about it?
What do you mean?
You know, like, have you talked to anyone about it or anything?
You mean that cute cop, don't you?
Well, it's not fair. I'm always back at the station being on TV, and you're out in the field talking to handsome detectives.
Since when do you want to be out here in the heat?
Well, I guess I don't. My place is under the lights, behind the desk. It's my destiny. So, did I tell you that WLWT in Cincinnati is interested in me?
No, Stacy, I don't think that you did. That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I don't want to jinx it or anything, but I have a really good feeling about it. Then I can finally get out of this crappy little town for good.
Well, I am really rooting for you, Stacy. I think everyone at the station is.
Aw, well thanks. I know how popular I am around here. It'll be a big hole when I leave.
You're a big hole, all right.
So, what's going on with that story? Did you see the body?
No, Stacy, I did not see the body. So sorry to disappoint you.
Darn. Well, do you ever see the bodies?
Well, thankfully I haven't had to go to a lot of murder scenes, but I once saw a foot.
A foot? Oh my god, that is so cool.
Stacy, I really can't talk about this right now.
Okay, fine. But why?
Because we're still working the story, okay?
Still working the story? But it sounds like you're driving. Are you going downtown?
We're following Hollis Sneed, if you must know.
Hollis? Who?
Hollis Sneed. He's apparently the son of some important guy, but now he's just a neighborhood weirdo.
Oh, well, why are you following him? Are you looking for a date or something?
Shut up, Stacy. We can't all be dating the sports guy, right?
Don't even get me started on that jerk.
I thought you and Brock were getting along just fine.
He's just such a jock.
But didn't you tell me he never even played sports?
Exactly! That's what makes him so terrible. He's actually a wannabe jock.
Well, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be so bad if he didn't use that shouting voice that he uses on TV even while we're out on dates.
He does the voice even then?
Yeah, when he orders at the restaurant, he shouts at the waiter like he's giving him local baseball scores.
That's tough. I really don't know what you do about that one.
So, you really aren't seeing anyone?
No, Stacy. Not that it's any of your business, but no.
But why not? I just think you're such a catch, you know? I think you could really find a great guy if you just apply yourself.
Well, maybe I'm not applying myself because it's not something I want.
Oh, so are you into, like, girls or something? Cool.
Okay, you know what, Stacy? I have to go. This guy Hollis is stopping at his house.
Oh, okay. Well, have fun with all of that. Don't get abducted by a crazy person. But that's right, you have Alfonso there to protect you.
Thanks, Stacy. Okay, so what's going on? Are you still following Hollis?
We're at his house now.
Well, I hope you aren't making yourself too conspicuous out there, being in a news van and all.
No, it's fine. We parked in an alley behind the house. This neighborhood is really sketchy.
Yeah, but it used to really be something back in the day.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, it was a beautiful neighborhood. All sorts of turn-of-the-century houses. Now you see what's happened to it.
That's so sad. All it would need is some tender, loving care.
Yeah, that and a whole lot of investment capital, my dear, which is something nobody is willing to give a neighborhood like that. I used to live right near there, you know?
Oh, really? You did? Wow, I'm sorry.
No, it was when I was a kid, back in the 50s and 60s. We moved to Lauderdale when I was 8.
Ah, I see.
Yep, but the Sneeds stayed in their castle on the hill.
So you always thought there was something off about Hollis?
Well, of course I did. You saw the man. You can't get any more off than that.
Yeah, he was rather odd. That's obviously why I followed him, but I don't know. Could my reporter's instincts have been wrong on this one?
I don't know, but it is rather unorthodox for you to just follow someone you think is suspicious. It's very audacious. It reminds me of the old days. I like it.
Oh, well, thanks.
Nowadays, it's all about following rules, ethical standards, and all that nonsense.
Right.
But you get ahead of the story. Of course, that new hotshot they have running the place here wouldn't know a thing about chasing a story.
Is Brant giving you trouble about something?
That little pipsqueak is always on my case. He's on my case tonight, actually.
What do you mean? How so?
Well, it always just seems like he's looking over my shoulder or something, you know? I think he's suspicious of something.
Suspicious of what? Of you?
Well, yeah, obviously. Who else?
But you're my producer, Frank. If he's suspicious of you, he's suspicious of me. Not that he likes me much anyway.
I don't care what Bunt thinks. I've got 2 months left on this job and I smell a lead. If it blows up in my face, so be it.
Yeah, Frank, the only problem is I'm not retiring in 2 months. So if it blows up in my face, it definitely matters.
Oh, yeah, well, I guess that's true.
Ugh. Hey, someone is coming out of the house.
Is it Hollis? It has to be Hollis, right? There's nobody else there.
Yeah, he's got something in his hand. It's a knife, Frank.
He's armed.
He's getting into the station wagon.
I don't know. Maybe you should just go, Dana. Head back to the station. This whole thing is getting a little too hot.
But why would he be carrying a knife to his car at midnight, Frank, and driving away with it?
I don't know. How should I know? I just don't want you getting killed and me being responsible for it.
Well, I can handle it myself, believe me.
I don't believe you, but whatever.
So just keep Bunt away from me and we should be fine, okay?
Bunt is not keeping away, Dana.
What do you mean?
Bunt is talking to Stacy in the control room and looking my way.
Why? What's going on?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What uh-oh?
Well, Bunt is motioning for me to come into his office.
Stacy, what's going on with Frank and Bunt? What do you mean? Come on, Stacy, don't play dumb with me, even though I know it's your specialty. I really have no idea what you're talking about, Dana. You told Bunt that I was following Hollis Sneed, didn't you? Well, look, it may have come up, but you didn't tell me specifically not to tell. Yeah, you're right. I didn't tell you to specifically not go straight to Bunt after you and I talked earlier. Well, whatever. I'm denying it. I seriously don't know what you have against me, Stacy. All I'm trying to do is do my job. Well, not anymore. Bunt is pulling you in for the night. He even said he was going to send Frank home. He's sending Frank home? Uh-huh. He's plenty mad that you and him decided to just follow some random citizen tonight. And apparently he's kind of slow or something too. Wow, what kind of a horrible person are you? You have no idea what you're talking about, Stacy. Oh yeah? And how do you figure that? Because you aren't privy to all the news reporting. And do you know why? Because you don't actually do any of it. And why would I want to be out there following people? Please, the only people I follow are ex-boyfriends. Yeah, well, sadly, most of your ex-boyfriends are going to end up a lot like Hollis here. Whatever. So, are you still following him? What's he doing? Like I'm going to tell you anything now. What? What's the big deal? The show is over. What's the difference? I hate how you call it a show. Well, it is a show, babe. It's all a show, and we're the cast of characters, aren't we? No, we're here to report the facts as they come to us, not inject our personalities into the mix. Aw, come on, babe. Can you handle the new reality? It's not about how well you do your job. It's about how hot you look while doing it. Oh my God. What? What is it? Well, I honestly really shouldn't tell you, but... But what? But what? But since it proves you wrong, I will. What is it? Well, Hollis just stopped and threw his knife off a bridge. Wait, his knife? He had a knife? Oh, I'm sorry. Was that old news that you were not privy to? Shut up, Dana. I'm doing my best here. So, you think that was like the murder weapon or something? I don't think it was the steak knife he used on his pork chop for supper this evening. You need to call the detectives, particularly that cute one, and tell them about this. Me? Why? Because you're the hot anchor woman and they'll listen to you. Oh, well, thanks. And we're going to keep following this guy until he leads us directly where I think he will.
Hello, is this Dana?
Yes, hello?
Dana, this is Detective Borsch. We spoke earlier tonight.
Oh, yes, Detective Borsch, how are you?
I'm a little bit concerned, frankly. Your news anchor just called me and told me you were following Hollis Sneed.
Yes, Detective Borsch. She didn't tell you why, though?
Dana, I told you back at the crime scene that Hollis doesn't have anything to do with this. He's just a looky-loo, okay? You really do need to believe me.
The victim was stabbed with a small knife.
Excuse me?
That's what happened, isn't it? The victim was stabbed with a small knife, a 2-inch blade, maybe a 3-inch?
But how did you know that? We didn't release that information to you. Who have you been talking to?
No one, Detective. I saw him walk out of his house with the knife. I saw him throw it in the river.
Well, that's what Stacy, what's-her-name, said. But you're saying that's true?
Yeah, I'm saying it's true. And do you know what else is true?
What?
That I'm following him right back to the scene of the crime. That's where he's going.
Oh, crap. But how do you know?
I don't know, but I just have a hunch.
Well, I can meet you both there. You shouldn't be there alone.
But I have Alfonso with me.
Who, that cameraman? I don't know about him. I'll just meet you there. Dana, what's going on? They just called me back into the station. Stacy said it was something involving you.
Oh, nothing. I just, caught Hollis Sneed.
You did? You got him? Was it the knife?
He threw it in the river. We saw him do it.
Did you get any video?
Of course we got video. What kind of amateurs do you think you're dealing with?
Fantastic!
And I was actually able to get Detective Borsch's attention. Well, Stacy did.
Oh yeah, Stacy. She's the one that opened her big trap to bunt about you, by the way.
I know, but that's okay. I don't think she's going to be around here much longer.
Did she get that job she's been screaming about in Cincinnati?
Not yet, but let's hope so.
So, old Hollis was returning to the scene of the crime yet again, huh?
I guess he just couldn't help himself. Borsch was there waiting, of course.
So after all these years, I was right. The kid was a creep.
God only knows what his motives were.
Well, let's just be grateful that we got him before he hurts anybody else. And it sounds like it's all thanks to you, by the way.
Not just me, you and Alfonso, too.
You know, for a real long time, I really did think I'd lost hope in the new generation of TV journalists. But you two really are the real deal, you know?
Well, yeah, I know. That's what I've been trying to tell you for forever now.
You know, I think you've got some serious potential in this business, kid. Don't sell yourself short working for some crappy little station.
So, where do you think I should go? The Today Show? What about my roots?
Oh, well, those are important too, but I just want you to reach your full potential, you know? Not end up a beaten-down old producer like me, pushed around by young little sniveling punks like Bunt.
So you don't think your retirement will be affected by our, escapades, right?
Are you kidding? You and I are untouchable right now. They're single-handedly giving us the credit for catching Hollis.
Oh, well, it's not like it isn't true.
Exactly. We could write on our tickets if we wanted to. I would if I wasn't so dang old, though, to tell you the truth.
Really? So you'd end up leaving the city after all, then?
Well, look, if I had it to do it all over, I would have opened myself up to more new experiences, new stories, not played it so safe.
Well, we certainly didn't play it safe tonight, did we?
Nope. Now let's go in there and tell everybody about it.
Dana, Frank, and Alfonso won an award that year for their reporting on the Hollis Sneed murder case. Stacy didn't end up getting the job in Cincinnati and is still working in Cremont City. Frank now enjoys retirement out of the journalism racket for good, as he says, but he is still a mentor to Dana. Dana is now working for ABC in Los Angeles and has turned down multiple offers to be an anchor. She says that her place is out in the streets, that she's a beat reporter through and through.